Some of you have been sending out an SOS, but is anyone going to answer? Stick around to find out. With today's musical message, yes, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Have you missed me? There's been another hot one today, so I'm going to try and keep it quick because I'm feeling a bit. And I need to get my fan back on, and I want to get my comfies on as well and get out of this. But yes, today's musical message is another one that popped on the radio the other week that's been sitting on my list, and I heard it again. So I think someone's trying to get a message out somewhere. So I'm going to go with that one for today. So today's song is Messages. If I can get it out at all. Maybe some of you are struggling to get a message out. We'll see where this one goes, but yeah, I'll try again. Today's song is Message in a Bottle by the Police. And I think there might be a couple of messages in with that one. But I think the main sort of message for some of you is that some of you might be feeling a bit lost and lonely, or maybe secluded. So some of you might be going through some dark times. Maybe some of you feeling a little depressed, and you might be recovering from some major trauma or some big life changing events. And you just might be feeling like either no one's listening or nobody understands what you're going through or how you're feeling. So you might have shut yourself away from the world. But what you need to realise is there's always someone out there who will understand you or be able to empathise with you because they may have been through the same thing or something similar. So your SOS could be reaching out for some sort of support. Perhaps look for some support groups, whether in person or online, so you can interact and socialise with people who are like-minded or been through the same sorts of things. Especially like later on in the song, mentions about getting like 100 million bottles on the shore. So then they end up realising that they're not as alone as they thought they were. So for some of you, it could be trying to reach out and find some support, either through support groups, or for some of you, maybe you've been thinking about building your own sort of community. So for some of you, you might be wanting to get your story out there, the story of your life or something like that. So perhaps for some of you, it might benefit you to maybe do some podcasts or videos that you share online with your life and your story, and you could build a community that way. So for some of you, your SOS could be on social media or some sort of platform to be able to express yourself and get your story out there. So that's quite interesting. and that might be able to help um, bring you out of your shell, as well as getting your story out there and finding your people, your tribe, and stuff like that. Um, but for some of you as well, it could be romance based, because there's mentions of um, to do with like love, either sort of fixing things or breaking your heart. So for some of you, you could be either recovering from a heartbreak, or you haven't recovered from a previous heartbreak, and then a new love has perhaps triggered some memories or some trauma from the past, and you're feeling scared because you don't know if your heart's going to get broken again. What you need to realise at the end of the day is that not everyone is out there to hurt you, and when it comes to love, there's always going to be that risk that either it's not going to be received well, and then you're going to get your heart broken again. But at the same time, stuff could go really, really well, and you could end up being the happiest you've ever been. So I think when it comes to love, it's always worth the risk at the end of the day, because regret is a heavy thing to carry, and if you don't go for the things that you want, then you're always going to end up regretting that you didn't take the chance when you needed to. And what's that thing? I had something the other week, and it stuck with me. What was it? Something along the lines of like, rejection is just redirection. And I think that is a nicer way of looking at things sometimes, because when people feel rejected, it's always seen as a negative. But if you turn rejection into redirection, it just means that you didn't get the things that you wanted because there's something better, or something bigger, or something more suited that you're going to be redirected to. So yeah, I think those are the messages for some people. I mean, for some of you, you might find a message in a bottle on a beach, and that could lead to some sort of new adventure for you. But yeah, I think those are the sort of main messages in with that song. I wasn't sure what deck to go with, as usual. So in the end, I thought I'd go for the Psycards and see what comes out with that one, and go from there. So we'll see what wants to pop out with that one. I've only got the one deck out this week. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, that one wants to come out. But I might pick two, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what comes out. But the card that came out this time is the wheel. And we all know what wheels do, don't we? So the wheel is normally to do with the cycles and something old ending and something new beginning. So if you've been going through a period of feeling depressed, feeling low, feeling lonely, and feeling just generally shit, then the wheel's normally a good sign that the wheel's going to start turning and things are going to change. So you could go from a period of bad times round to the start of better times, and maybe some blessings coming in and some positive changes. So that's quite a nice card to come out. Where else does it fit in with some of the other messages? I mean, if it is to do with the love side, and if you're used to getting your heart broken and you're not sure what to do, then take that as a good sign that if you're used to things going tits up in the past, then the stuff that's going to be coming in now is going to be like the opposite and really, really good or really, really positive. We've got time for another one. Yeah, okay. I'm going to pick another one just because I'm nosy and I want a little bit of clarification with that one. But yeah, the wheel is normally go with that one. The second card that came out is the Warrior. So, where does the Warrior fit in? And that could be to do with like a change as well. So if you're used to feeling down in the dumps, feeling not necessarily sorry for yourself, but if you're feeling low and that, then perhaps when the wheel turns, you're going to go into warrior mode, which means you're going to start fighting your battles instead of letting things consume you and take you over. But I always see like the warrior as strength as well. So especially if you are feeling low and down in the dumps and you've been sort of in hermit mode and secluded and that, then take this as a sign that you're a lot stronger than you think you are. And when you realise that, then perhaps that is when things are going to start changing and you're going to start getting yourself sorted out. But for those who it is to do with getting your story out there or finding your community, or getting your message out there, your story out there, the warrior is not only sort of strong and resilient, they can be a leader as well, I suppose, especially if you're leading into the battle. So take that as a sign as well that perhaps it's time for you to step into a bit of leadership and lead the way. Perhaps your story and message is going to lead the way and lead on to bigger and brighter things for you. And not only are you going to be healing yourself, you're going to be helping to heal others as well. So that all sounds quite positive. So I think I'm going to leave that there, guys. But it looks like either way the message is going to be getting out there. And you're going to be getting your message back as well. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't as usual. And if none of this makes sense, then perhaps the next one will be for you. But if this does resonate with you, then it looks like things are going to be improving for you soon. So stay strong. You got this.